Hi, hello. Hi, hello. Happy Friday. Good morning. How is everyone doing today? My lighting is so dark. Let me fix this. Ray 21K, hello. Who's being first? RJ, hello. Stevie, hello. Thank you for subscribing for 10 months. Almost a year is crazy. Cherry, hello. The Silk song is real. That's insane news, honestly. The fact that there's a real release date for Silk Song feels fake. I'm excited, but it absolutely feels fake. Jake, hello. How are you? Instagram fan, hello. Last time I'm working. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know this is like really early, but I'm so busy, I feel. So better live early than not live at all. You're hello, David. Welcome back. We had an amazing time at Worlds. I did. Worlds was a lot of fun. This is my first time ever going to Pokemon Worlds, and it was so cool. And I'm so glad that I went. How was your trip back? A little bit less good. I mean, it ended up being fine, but it was just sort of a mess. For anyone who doesn't know, one of the major Canadian airlines, Air Canada, was on strike last week into this week. All the flight attendants were on strike. So all of the flights were getting canceled. Fish Bro, hello! Thank you for subscribing for 5 months. I appreciate that. Instagram second my go is washed. No. Yeah, we were supposed to take Air Canada. I flew Air Canada there, and I was supposed to fly Air Canada back on Tuesday. I was like, just kept holding out hope. I was like, by Tuesday, hopefully things will be like fine, back to normal. Yeah, no. On Monday afternoon, found out that the flight home was canceled. It was supposed to be like Tuesday evening. Flight got canceled. And the Air Canada email was like, we tried to rebook you on 100 different airlines and couldn't find a single other flight. So unfortunately, we will just be refunding you. So they, canceled, didn't rebook. And then looking at other flights, because it wasn't just my flight that was canceled, like hundreds and hundreds of flights have been canceled. Replacement flights were like non-existent or like $1,000 or had a layover in like the East Coast. It was like you can go from LAX to Denver or like something, and then no, that's not the East Coast. Sorry, Detroit to Vancouver, and it's gonna take like 20 hours because of layovers. So yeah, flights were like non-existent. Cats, why you gotta go crazy as soon as I start streaming? So yeah, there was no flights, basically there was no flights unless I was gonna stay in California for like another week. They're like, you can rebook another flight if it's after like August 27th. I was like, well, I have to get back to work and stuff. So ended up, instead of flying home, driving home. Because renting a car was going to be significantly cheaper than booking a new flight. So I ended up driving the 20 some hours home from California on Tuesday and Wednesday instead of flying home. So it was long. They want my ass dead. They couldn't generate an employee number because on their end, so I couldn't do the training, and people who would know anything were on vacation for 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. That's so frustrating. I enjoy my extended period of being a side spam player. It's Reg H. I'm a side spam player too now. Diva, hello. The pictures look fun, at least. I mean, yeah, it was, honestly, it was not the worst thing ever. Like, was it my choice to drive? No, but it was okay. Made the most of it. It was nice. I literally haven't driven as much as I did, like, in months, because I don't own a car, so I, like, never drive. But I sure did to get home. Man's best friend in 1 week. Oh my gosh, I literally forgot. Like I knew, but I forgot because so many things have been going on. That's crazy. Wow, I'm so excited actually. Now, unrelated, not unemployment simulator. Archpelly, Indeedy Hatterene, Sneasler, Crocodile. Why Crocodile? What does Crocodile do here? Over like an Incineroar. Earthquake? More attack? I wonder if I singles for Life of a Showgirl. I hope so, but I also feel like Taylor Swift's like done with the lead single thing. Like I feel like we haven't gotten one in ages. So much music in a couple next weeks. Yay! We have Fortnite. Was it early? Oh yeah, it was, right? I forgot. Oh my god. Hi Jacob, how are you? Miss you. I miss y'all. Long time no stream. Hi Nathan. Happy Friday. Sorry to drive all the way home. It's okay. We're home now. I made it. Survived. Now it's a funny story to tell. Whatever. But I hope you got home safe. It was good to see you this weekend. But yeah, Worlds was really fun. Even though it already feels like it was a million years ago. Like, this time last week, I was at Worlds. It's crazy. For sure, we got espresso, please, 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 and then taste. True. But also, she wasn't, like, as famous yet then, right? Like, Short and Sweet was still her come up. So, like, the generating hype with singles was necessary, and now she, like, is more famous and has a bigger audience that maybe she doesn't need to do that so much. Get my Quaza finished, now get the Chen Pao done. Get the Chen Pao done? Like a Chen Pao tattoo? Titan, hello. We accused you so bad. I'm here. Dark ground covered every type. Yeah, we can't hit prison perfective. Fair enough. The wire rail is not on strike. I was able to get off the train. And I'm at Union Station in Toronto. Wait, was wire rail also on strike? I didn't know that. Redeem your Chen Pao? Oh yeah, I should do that. I have not done that yet. Vici, hello. I am good. The trip was fun. Traveling home became a bit of a mess, but it was fun. I feel like traveling home, now I'm like, the two biggest Pokemon events I've been to, traveling home was a mess. But honestly, this one was better. Like, when I came home from NAIC last year, it was absolutely a nightmare as well. American Airlines was so rude and it was so difficult. So yeah, this one honestly was better even if I had to drive. Lunala won Worlds. I won so hard. That's very cool. But I was like that all the time. Oh, I've never taken it. I have redeemed Mo Chen, but not Chen Pao. American Airlines is garbage. Yeah, that was my experience. Only taken it once, but it was not a good experience. Lunala won Worlds. Yeah, it did not show up in the finals matches. That is true. The unseen Lunala and Ursaluna. Yeah. It was still on the team, though. That counts. Lunala still put in work to get to the finals match, I'm sure. Guys, watching Pokemon, like watching finals, Championship Sunday was so cool. Being in the arena. You called Crown to win weeks before. That's cool. I don't think I would have guessed it. But, I think it was a really cool pair to win. My back was great. On Spirit, I had an entire run myself. I put both bags over had been. Oh my gosh, really? I feel like my flights lately are always like packed. That's nice though. Am I focused on J or H? H. I feel like I'll only play J on stream, to be honest. I don't see myself playing J just like for myself. I feel like I'll stream J and that's it. Whereas like H, I'll put actual energy into. I thought World Streams would be kind of dry, but all of them are entertaining. That's good. I haven't watched. I want to watch back day one. on Friday, on day one, I didn't watch a lot of the stream. I was mostly doing other stuff. Day two, Saturday, I watched a lot of the games live. And then Championship Sunday, I watched all of it. Yeah, I want to go back and watch the day one stream because Friday I was like doing all, I went to the Pokemon Center, and then actually for Friday, I spent a lot of my day playing the Reg H tour. There was a Reg H side event that I played because I'm so excited about Reg H. I played it, a bunch of my friends played it too. And I love Reg H. I went 3-1. I started, there was no cut, it was just like 4 rounds of Swiss. That's it for prize ball points. But I started 3-0. So I was feeling very good about my Reg H team and play. And then I lost the last one, but it went to game 3. So yeah, I went 3-1, and I'm very excited about Reg H. TCG Finals was lame, it was just Guardian pull. Honestly, watching Pokemon Unite was hype. Like, I knew, not knew, but I had a feeling that the whole arena thing was gonna be a mess. Like, it ended up being a big mess. If anyone saw people talk about it on Twitter and stuff, like people not being able to get in and stuff later in the day. I kind of anticipated that happening. It was like, there's way more tickets sold for the event than there are seats in the arena. If a lot of people want to watch VG finals coming in late, there's probably not going to be space. That was my mindset. So, me and a couple of friends were like, we're just going to go in the morning and watch all the events because also we're here to watch Pokemon Worlds. Let's watch Pokemon Worlds. So, got into that stadium right at like 9 a.m. Pokemon Unite, League of Legends, Pokemon. Yeah, pretty much. Pokemon's take on a MOBA. Not that League of Legends is the only one that exists, though. Timmy, hi! I am good, how are you? There's some lame instant Switch games with Brian and Kelly, but otherwise it was very entertaining. Most of the players were really cool, yeah. I said that I was in that stadium for 11 hours, pretty much. Because I got there at 9 a.m. and we left at 8 p.m. Literally in the stadium for 11 hours. But it ended up so perfect for us because they gave you wristbands for a certain section, like not assigned seats, but assigned section. And as we walked up to the gate, they just switched sections. So we got like the first wristbands in a new section, which meant we got to go to the front row of our section and sat there all day. Every finals was a banger except for TCG. Yeah, TCG is just like a little bit hard to follow if you don't understand what's going on. Like, Unite and Go are easy enough to follow even if you don't know what's happening. I have hiccups. And obviously VGC is always hype. That's the main event for me. Re-Gage Parachip is fun because there's nothing strong enough to actually threaten big damage. I lost a Parachop on Showdown yesterday. Mega's Art and Oricor EX pisses me off so much. Wait, why? TCG's boring even for a TCG player? Really? We had an amazing time at Worlds. Thank you. I did. But yeah, Worlds was a lot of watching Worlds. Played the Reg H side event. That's the only side event I played. There's no Wolfie. Wolfie wasn't on the Championship Sunday stream. Oh, you mean you guys want Wolfie to win the whole thing? Actually, Wolf's day 1 story arc was kind of crazy because he was at 2-2 and went from 2-2 to 6-2 day 1. Every time I check Worlds, they're like, what's going on in chat? It's like, is Wolfie playing? Yeah, that sounds like the Pokemon Twitch chat. Do Wolfie bring Parachop again? No, he hasn't played Parachop in Reg I. Happy for Gio when I'm sad James lost. Was that who you were rooting for? Yeah, Wolfie was not. He brought, I think, something similar to what he brought for NA. I see. He's one of my faves. The storyline would have been crazy for him to be the, well, not first, because the kid that won seniors became the first person to ever win in 2 age divisions. If that happened twice in one day, that would have been a crazy storyline. Chat be like, is Wolfie still? Yeah, the Pokemon stream chat loves to ask, werewolf, werewolf, werewolf. I just didn't post my tweet. But Gio's a good storyline too. He never won a major until Worlds. That's so cool. My favorite part about Worlds is actually asking stream chat about Wolf. You go back at the chat and ask them. Stronger than Bolt, but unlimited energy acceleration on a basic. It's more for design perspective. I see. JV, honestly, yeah, I want to add more different things. I actually do want to add more different things. And I also thought Kelch versus Silver semifinals. I think they were definitely top picks to win. I had Kelch. I thought that Kelch was someone who could go all the way. Watching top 8 Montana Mott versus Michael Kelch, I was so invested because those are 2 of my top picks, honestly, to go all the way. So that game was really very intense to watch. I have enough points again. You know, I will think about it. I hate the mirrors so badly. NA was on top. That's true. NA sweep, right? For VG? US sweep specifically. Canada, no. But Canada won TCG. But yeah, Canada didn't really pop off in VGC, but that's okay. Couch just winning, keeps getting close. Yeah, I got top 4, top 2, and a top 8 in Worlds. I mean, that's so impressive still. That's so impressive. The one... Yeah! Thank you for subscribing for 20 months! I appreciate that. Thank you. Do you want to call me Shiny Champao? Yeah, I will. Or I will remember. Not I will forget. Kelly Smeargle got swept to Ruination. Oh my god. When Smeargle was on stream, like, the crowd was going so insane because every time Smeargle got a moody boost, like, if it got... I think the crowd was mostly rooting against, because it was, I'm thinking about top 4, Gio versus Hirofumi, and Hirofumi had Smeargle, and the crowd was definitely, like, rooting for Gio. Like, he had a lot of big fans, like, close by. So every time the Smeargle got a speed boost, the crowd would boo. They were like, no! And then the Smeargle would get, like, a non-speed boost, and the crowd would cheer. Like, everyone was so invested in, like, what was going on with this Smeargle. Because if it got the moody speed boost, that was, like, devastating for Gio. I remember Pokegame going to Milwaukee not expecting to do anything. They want to get top cut. Yeah, he got top 8, right? That was impressive. Yeah. There was a lot of Smeargle representation, I feel like, on stream. Ho getting 10th. I'm also pretty sure that was the only Ho-Oh brought to the whole event. I don't know if that's... I haven't fact-checked that, but I saw someone say it on Twitter. Moody's a dumb ability. Moody, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Oh, they mentioned on stream at 10? Oh, okay. See, I feel like because I was actually at the event, I don't know, like, any of the stream, like, the yapping between matches. I don't watch any of that. I was just saw the actual matches. I, like, didn't pay attention to the stream in between the games, even though it's, like, up on the screens. Tang was 6-0 with Groudon? Oh my gosh. maybe Groudon is good. I mean, my friend that went brought Groudon as well. I mean, less of a hater bro, but I hate Groudon teams. Blake brought Groudon. I'm handed 4-4. I feel bad for the player because you gotta feel awful to have Boom, but also Smeargle. I don't think that's a... I feel like... Okay, I don't know because I've never played on stream, but I feel like they probably have like very noise-canceling headphones. I feel like they can hear the crowd because I feel like if they can hear the crowd, they can also hear the casters, and then the casters are like talking about what might be the best move for the players to click and stuff, and I feel like there's no way that they can hear that, right? That makes sense to me anyways. I'd be nervous. I would be so nervous. It's not Boo and Ernest. They don't hate him. No, it's not like they hate the player. It's just like, ugh, moody. It's definitely like not at the player. But I feel like there also were people that were rooting for here for me as well. I mean, when you're top 4 at Worlds, like no matter what happens at that point, you've already made top 4 at Worlds. That's pretty neat. Oh my gosh. I still haven't put away all my stuff from traveling. My suitcase is on my floor beside me. I opened it up to take some of my stuff that I bought out, and I left it open, and now Jasper's laying inside of it. He's laying in my suitcase, grooming himself. Do a haul? Yeah! Do you guys want to see all the things that I bought? Too many things. Too many things. The Pokemon Center was also crazy. Getting into the Pokemon Center was such a mess. Imagine Aaron saying top 4 Worlds and Mrs. Will-O-Wisps. No! He already did that one. He already missed Will-O-Wisp enough. Is it free access? Someone use the entry fee on merch? Low-key true. Low-key true. The one thing that I went to Pokemon Center... Oh yeah, wait. First though, getting into the Pokemon Center was such a mess. Like, you had to have your reservation for a certain time. Like, whatever. I think that our reservation on Thursday was my friend's was for like 5:15 or something. So it said on the app, like, or on the email, like, be there 15 minutes early. So we showed up 15 minutes early, and they were still like 30 minutes behind. So like 5 o'clock, they were still like the 4:45 people in. So like, please leave and come back in 15 minutes. And then you finally get in the line, you're waiting outside, and then you're in another line inside, go through security, and then after through security, they put everyone first. There's the area with all like the photo ops. You saw people posting pictures like in front of like walls of plushies and stuff. That was inside like the first part of the Pokemon Center. Then you have to go into the next part and wait in like a little like pen. That sounds weird, but there's like 3 sections that they had people waiting in. It's like the Charizard waiting area, the Squirtle waiting area, or Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur. You had to wait until your one got called. And I feel like the first time we were there for like 45 minutes sitting waiting for our thing to get called to go wait in the next line, actually get into the store. Like, there was just so many people. So many people. Get anything cool? I think so. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. Probably too much stuff. But one of the mascots of Worlds this year was Fennekin. And Delphox is one of my favorite Pokemon. Especially with Rank H coming back, like, I'm a Delphox player. So, like, y'all know I had to get the Fennekin stuff. So, that was the first thing that I was like, I cannot leave the Pokemon Center without getting my Fennekin. So I did get her. And I love her. I feel like she's a little crooked, like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like this. Anyways. But yeah, I got Fennekin, and I love it. And then I also got I got the Pikachu because I felt like I would regret it if I didn't get like the Pikachu because that's like classic. Definitely sees me a cat. That's true, but I still love it. So I also got Pikachu. A little varsity jacket. He's very cute. So those are mine. Do you get Jigglypuff? Okay, I got Jigglypuff, but it's not for me. I'm not keeping her. Everything also was like one per person. So I bought a Jigglypuff, but it's so big. I know. It's like bigger than the other ones. Hey. No class in the chair. What I've gotten for myself? I don't think so. I think she's very cute, but I think that the 2 is enough. I think that the Fennekin Pikachu is good and is me. How much are these? They were each $25 US. Oh, excuse me. She's our cheerleader. Yeah, it's like the Smash Bros. Pikachu. But yeah, this is Jake's. But she's very cute. So I have all 3 of the guys for now. Well, actually, it's not all 3. I was for 50 cat. No, it's like 35 cat. 35 or 36. These were all the plushes because there's also a Machamp. I don't have that one. Do I have any more bracelets? I do. The Machamp plush was really big. And then there was also like tons of like sitting cuties and like Squishmallows and like other plush lines. I was looking at like the Soda Pop Jirachi is so cute, but then I decided to stick to like just the world's exclusive stuff and not buy other Pokemon Center stuff. Is that be the size of your hand? Yeah, I was kind of surprised too. She's kind of big. Hope that's okay. And then, okay, I didn't buy the Jigglypuff plush for myself, but I did still get myself the Jigglypuff in the form of a t-shirt. I think this is really cute. I wasn't actually planning on getting clothes, except I saw the jersey, and I wanted the baseball jersey so bad, but it was out of stock so fast. Like, by the time I got to the Pokemon Center, both times I went to the Pokemon Center, they only had, like 4XL, 5XL. So, saved me money, I guess, because I couldn't buy the jersey anyways, but I bought this t-shirt. It's wrinkly and dirty because I wore it to Disneyland and I haven't done my laundry yet. But I love her. So cute! So cute, so cute. My guys would eat that, but I get a mustard stain. I'm literally the worst for getting stains on things. Like, but Casual Connor, they look follow. I literally bought new shoes before Worlds and then got like a hot sauce or something stained on them the first day that I wore them, but it came out with a tight pen eventually. Also, Engineer Worlds was so fun. Did I get any Disney stuff? No. I bought 0 merch at Disney. I brought ears that I already had, and I didn't really like any other ones enough to buy. The one thing that I would have bought if I found what I liked was a fridge magnet, but I didn't find any I liked, so I did not buy any Disney merch. The only money spent at Disney was like food. Other than the tickets. That's big money. I wasn't fan of just, but I got them for friends. I mean, yeah, other people like them. That's nice of you to use your spot to get one. Okay, what else did I get? Guys, I got too much stuff. Then, again on Fennekin, I was between... There was also a Jigglypuff hat that was like, it was the same teal color that's on the t-shirt with a Jigglypuff on it, and I saw that one first, and I put it on, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cute. But then I turned the corner, and then I saw this hat. And I just had to get it. I just had to get it. I'm obsessed. Because Fennekin's my girl. I also, there was a reversible bucket hat that was just like a Worlds one that was like blue on one side, and then it was like the Worlds checkered pattern on the other side, and I had that in my basket for a bit too. But I was like, no, I'm limiting myself to only one hat. I'm already doing too much. One hat only. But the checkered bucket hat was so cute. Baseball caps are so funny. I love a baseball cap. I already brought 3 baseball hats to Worlds, and then I came home with 4. This trip sounds expensive. Yeah. It actually, all in, was not terrible. Like, the original flights weren't bad. The travel disruptions to get home made it more expensive, but crossing our fingers that Air Canada reimburses some of that. But the hotel was also pretty cheap. Stayed with a few people. So like getting there and staying there was not too expensive. The biggest things that were like the Disney tickets and the Pokemon Center. Then I got a couple more things. This is probably like the thing that I bought that I'm like, I didn't need to buy this, but it was cheap-ish. I think it was like $20. And it was very cute. I was like, it's just glasses. And I don't have a lot of glasses, to be honest. Well, they're wine glasses, but they have the Fennekin and the Pikachu, which are the 2 plushies that I bought. So I thought that was really cute. I just wanted everything with Fennekin on it. Is Pokemon World just a retail palooza? While it is like, there is a lot of like shopping and money to spend. That is not the only thing. There's so much other stuff going on. It's definitely not just that. Never put them in the dishwasher? Don't worry, I don't even own a dishwasher. The milkshake glasses were really cute too. But I liked these. Small, cute. And then I bought 2 more Worlds things. I probably didn't need to do both of these, but I actually, so everything I just shared, I got in the first time I went to the Pokemon Center. It's just...
She needs this chat.
Thank you. I actually adore you. Thank you. That was very kind of you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this trip was pricey. Thank you. I went to the Pokemon Center on the Thursday on my friend's booking, and I found like most everything I wanted. I found the Fennekin, the Pikachu, this hat, everything. But the one thing I couldn't find was like, I wanted a fridge magnet so bad. I love getting like fridge magnets when I travel. And I couldn't find one at all on Thursday. So I had my own booking Friday morning. And one of my friends hadn't been to the Pokemon Center yet. So I was like, okay, we'll go again. Friday morning, I'll take the friend that hasn't been yet and see if I can find my fridge magnet. And I literally was in the store for like 40 minutes doing laps, couldn't find one. I was like, oh my god, I guess they just don't have one. I was thinking about buying like a pin or a patch and like turning it into a magnet for myself. And then I went back to the very front of the store one last time just to look, and I finally found the magnets. So, the Anaheim 2025 Pikachu magnet. That's gonna be in my fridge. And then I also, this one was not necessary, but after looking for magnets for literally like over an hour between the 2 different Pokemon Center trips, I was like, they have 2 kinds of magnets. I'm just gonna get them. This is like 9 little ones. Keely must have the coolest decorated house. I don't. Aside from what you see behind me, my walls are so plain. I'm actually terrible. Like, my apartment is so not decorated. It's bad. But I like my fridge magnets. So yeah, I got these little ones that I can use to like whatever, put pictures and stuff on the front of my fridge. And then I have all my travel fridge magnets on the side of my fridge. So this will go with those ones. How was the Sun West Coast road trip? It was long and it was a lot, but it was honestly, it was good memories. It was a lot, but it was not so bad. And then, okay, I got one other thing for the Pokemon Center. That was, yeah, wow. Good job, me, for not getting any of the non-Worlds exclusive stuff. I had like a couple plushies in my bag that were non-Worlds exclusive. That was like, no, World stuff only. Except for one of the raffle items I won. So when you sign up for your Pokemon Center booking, you could also sign up for a raffle for a chance to buy a couple of items, including like the skateboard, a jukebox, a Gyarados figure, and ETBs. So I won the raffle for one of the ETBs. So I did buy it because I've never bought a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box before. So I got one. And I've not opened it yet or anything. Open it! I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. That's probably they're heading out. Yeah, I heard that they actually had some like for sale later. But yeah, I got the voucher for this. So I have this. I don't know if I'm gonna open it yet. Hold on to it. Low-key, I wish they had Destined Rivals. I know they had that on the prize wall. But yeah. I got the White Flare ETB. It's TCG Pocket real life. Did you guys like when I said that on my Instagram story? I thought that was funny. So that was everything I got from the Pokemon Center. And then I got from the prize wall. On Saturday morning we had Desert Rivals PC box for people to buy. I heard that. Yeah, I didn't go back to the Pokemon Center. I only went to the Pokemon Center on Thursday and Friday, and that was enough. I did not want to go back. I only played one side event, which was the Regulation H Tour, and I got 150 prize wall tickets for that. So my prize wall prizes that I got, if you have checked my Twitter or my Instagram in the last 3 days, you've probably already seen this, but this is my new favorite thing. I got a substitute plush for the prize wall, and a substitute has literally been like one of my like most wanted Pokemon plushies for a while. So when I saw him, and he was like 80 prize wall tickets. So it was only like half of mine I got. And I'm obsessed with him. I posted some on my Twitter and Instagram and stuff, but at Disneyland, I just took so many pictures of substitute in front of things, and like in the car on the road trip, I was just taking pictures of my substitute, and I was having the best time. So I got the substitute, and then with the rest of my 150, so 70, I got packs. They had Destined Rivals on the prize wall. So I have 7 packs of Destined Rivals that I also have not opened yet. And that was my prize wall prizes. And I hope that there is Team Rocket's Meowth in here. I love substitute plush. I love substitute plush. What was the biggest prize I had for the prize wall? I don't remember. Please keep taking pics of it. I will. I wasn't really paying attention to the big stuff, I guess, because I only had the 150. They knocked it out of the park with the design of the substitute. I agree. I think he's funny because he's not a Pokemon, but he's a Pokemon thing. So like, I had him at Disneyland, and there were 2 people. Like I was just carrying him around most of the day. 2 people complimented him. They're like, "I like your substitute." And I was like, it's like a niche reference. So it's like, if you're carrying a Pikachu around, like people know it's Pikachu. They're like, "Oh, I like Pokemon too." But if you're carrying a substitute and someone knows what it is, it's like, oh no, like you do know Pokemon a little bit, you know? You bought yours at Worlds in DC back in 2019? Nice! You got yours at 2015 Worlds? Wow, look at us. All have our substitutes from different worlds. So yeah, that's all my Pokemon stuff. And then I got one more plush in Anaheim. Were you in Disney on Monday? Yeah, I went to Disney on Monday. I got one more plush, which I also already posted on my Instagram and Twitter, so people might have seen it. It's not a Pokemon, but we went to Round 1, which is like, it's like an arcade bar. They also have like a ton of claw machines, which low-key, I think claw machines are a scam, but I got lucky on the claw machine, and I got this cat. I love this cat. I love this brand. It's called like Mofusan. And I always see, they always collab with Uniqlo. Uniqlo has like, but they're like, so they're these cats that are like dressed as things. And like I would see them at Uniqlo. There's like t-shirts with cats dressed as bears, and I think they're so cute. So when I saw him at a claw machine, I was like, I need to try. I looked at the whole store of the whole place, and he was like the only thing I wanted, and I got it, and I'm obsessed. He's my froggy cat. Celestia, hello! Are we enjoying having skin today? What does that mean? Why do they kind of match? Because my skin is falling off. Oh no! You're so funny for the kitty. I love him. He's so me, I think, personally. Wait, I actually want to show you guys one other thing that I don't have with me. So that means is it is ominous. I thought I saw you, but I was gonna say hi. I was drinking this dark. Do you get stopped by the parade? Yeah, we did get stopped by the parade a little bit. Had to like go around. I didn't know you were there as well. Wait, let me, BRB, I want to grab one thing. My badge, because I met, so Nathan in chat ran into, and he had a gift. He was like, oh, I have something for you, and I think this is really cool. He had this like these 3D printed Game Boy cards, and he had put like got custom ones for a few different streamers, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, with like our favorite Pokemon. So like a little green Game Boy cartridge with a Meowscarada on it. So I clipped it to my badge. And I think that's really cool. And then another thing that was, so I went to Worlds as a creator, and one thing that they were doing was a pin rally. Do I have any? I should still have one. I got lucky yesterday. What's up? There was a pin rally at Worlds, so you could like collect all the certain pins. There was like different stations to get pins. There was a pin from staff, and then there was a pin for creators. So the creator pin was a Murkrow. I did hold on to one for myself. So the creators, we each got like 10 of these Murkrows, or like 10, and then I got 15, whatever, to put on our badges so people could come up and they could see that I had a creator badge and be like, oh, can I trade you for a Murkrow? So there we were pin trading, and I got some cool stuff. Arceus, this isn't a pin trade. This is from Nora in the future. This is a staff pin. Yeah. Some cool stuffs for pin trading. This was also one of the rally ones, the Fennekin. Had to get the Fennekin, of course. I didn't get all the pin rally pins, but I did have to get the Fennekin. Went to the local game store, and they happened to have a game I was looking for. It came in like an hour before I got there, so I scrapped my buy for that. Go to the console, see if I can find a console for it. There's not... No! Wait, what console? Good to meet you in person. Cloverbells, you too! Good to meet you. I hope that the rest of your trip went well. So yeah, that's all my Pokemon Center stuff. The pins. So cool. And my non-Pokemon, but my cat. Obsessed with this cat. So many things. You know, that sounds so fun. Like, I love talking to strangers. It was cool. I wasn't sure I was gonna go. But, like, yeah, there were people who just come up and be like, do you have any more crows left? And then they're very excited about it, and it was very cool. I see that all at Worlds Day. Hello! There's so many people who were there, and, like, I didn't see. And I feel like that happens every event. There's just so much going on, and I never get to see everybody. The convention sickness, I'm unmanifested from my system. I don't even think it's like convention sickness. So on Sunday, I think I just super dehydrated myself, like to the point of having a sore throat, because it was the day that I was like in the venue all day. And in the morning I had a coffee, and then I had my Concerta, and then I had a Celsius. And I was forgetting that US Celsiuses have way more caffeine, and I had all of that, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm so dehydrated, I'm gonna die. Why are we drinking water? I was also drinking water, but I just had like way too much that I just, yeah, felt so dehydrated. And then I have a stuffy nose because of it. And then also like, I think also all the air conditioning. Is that a thing? Do y'all get stuffy noses from too much air conditioning? Because I do. Did you get into the venue? Yeah. So I did get into the venue, and I kind of anticipated that getting in just for VG was not gonna be easy. So me and the people that I was with just like decided to go first thing in the morning and be in the arena all day. So I went right at 9 a.m. as Pokemon Unite was starting, and took my seat, and I was there, watched Pokemon Unite, watched Pokemon Go, watched the TCG, watched the VGC. I sat in that arena for 11 hours on Sunday. Do people at the venue smell bad? Generally no. People on their phone during Unite? Not me. I was invested. And like, I'm not like a super Unite. Like, I don't play Unite a lot. I haven't played it in a long time, but I do know the rules. And the friends that I was with have never played Unite. So I was the one that was like, I was like explaining what was going on. Same with like Pokemon Go PvP. Like, I don't play it competitively, but I have tried it. So during Pokemon Unite and Pokemon Go, I was like, this is what, except then I kind of crashed during Go and took a nap briefly. The uptick in friends being, I want to play Unite after the stream. No, literally. I was sitting with Vikram and Stevie and Mafu, and we were like, we're gonna start a Unite team. I mean, and by the way, I think Pokemon Unite is very fun and would like to play it again. I don't care about the other stuff, but I always watch Worlds Finals for everything. Yeah, I mean, it's Worlds Finals. Like, why not? It's exciting, even if we don't know a lot about it. Not kidding, we'll join. Being so real. I'm so down to play. When I used to play Unite, I was a slow bro main. I don't know if he's still good. It relit my fire. I'm locking back in. Slow bro is good. It's still good. Yay. Mimikyu or Comfey? I think Comfey is good because during finals, one of the teams kept having Comfey as one of their bans. So I'm assuming that it's like good for that reason. Hey, Charcoal. You can't imagine being Slowbro main? What does that mean? I love Slowpoke. Actually, Slowpoke has been one of my favorite Pokemon for years. So me being a Slowbro main, I think makes sense. You're part of some online friends? That's fun. 18,000 people in arena. Yeah, next year it's gonna be in the Chase Center, which is like 3 times as big as the arena we were in this year. Charcoal, ow! I know. My new chair is not as easy for you to lay on top of. So now you just have to sit on my shoulder instead. You know, it looks cool, but I don't have time to invest in another active play game. That's fair. Ow! The controversy of the game being pay to win on launch is still like that. I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit, or like, I would say it's like, because the reason it's pay to win, from my understanding, is that you need to like upgrade your items. And you can upgrade them with in-game currency that you get by playing. It's just takes like time and grinding to like get them maxed. So like you can get there for free, but it's harder. There's just an Overwatch style Pokemon game. I don't think there will ever be a Pokemon shooter game. The Japanese team uses a lot of Comfey Zoroark. They banned Comfey to shut that down. Okay, so it's like a counter ban. I want to go. I love SF, and if I wanted to live in America, it would be there. Really. It'd be nice to not have to worry about you if you'll get in. Yeah, that was a big thing, is that there were way more tickets sold to Worlds than there were seats in the arena. And no one had like assigned seats or anything, so it was kind of just a free-for-all. Because the arena tickets are separate next year, like Championship Sunday is its own add-on, I think there's no way that they oversell it. Oh, like they use a tax. Okay, that makes sense. And I was like, Disney Convention Center, Denny's. Oh my god, there's so many Denny's. Sorry, like, Anaheim has so many Denny's because we had said something at one point, like, about our hotels next to a Denny's. And I was talking to my friend, who was staying at a different hotel. And he was like, oh, I'm also next to Denny's. So just like, without talking about what direction or anything, just like, assumed that it was the same thing. So later we were trying to get to that friend's hotel and he's like, oh yeah, just leave the convention center and turn right to like towards the Denny's. And I was like, this doesn't seem right because our Denny's is left, but okay. And we got so confused because yeah, it was like there's just too many different Denny's. And then I was talking to another friend who did like not the same thing, but she like ordered Denny's like DoorDash to like whatever, or like to pick up, and then she thought it was a Denny's next to her hotel, and it was not. It was like a different Denny's. It was like a mile away because there's just too many Denny's. There's so many Denny's. Anyways, how long did it take for the cats to get out of you? You left us for X amount of days. Revenge with leaving us with a stranger. They were honestly not at all. They were sweet right away. But they weren't with a complete stranger. My friend that stopped in to take care of my cats is someone who has done that before, so I think they are familiar with her. And she loves cats, and they're really friendly. So I think they were pretty good for her. And they have to be checked in on twice a day, so they're not super alone. Kaden, hello, I am home. How are you? How have you been? So yeah, sweet boys. Am I annoying you? Am I annoying you? Yeah. Fully now settled after Worlds. I hope that your travel home and everything was smooth. Keely, am I annoying you? Juggle. Love you. Peachy, thank you for the hydrate. Oh yeah, while I was at Worlds, actually on Sunday, like between games, I started setting up another shiny hunt, but I realized, so like my Masuda went so well for Fennekin, I was like, oh, let me Masuda for 0 attack Fennekin next, or sorry, Indeedee next. But I realized that's gonna be like more difficult because Indeedee has 2 forms, So I actually don't know if Masuda is also optimal for Indeedee or if it would be better to just hunt them, but I did start making some Indeedee eggs. Regardless, they're both good. That's true. Didn't fly Air Canada. Rip. Specific male and female outbreaks for Indeedee. But like, outbreaking for a 0 stat is so. Oh, my friends asked me if I'm bringing Toxic to Vegas. I mean, you do kind of make a thing about being the Toxic guy, so fair enough. Yeah. So maybe outbreaking is more effective for Indeedee. But yeah. I don't know. What if you use whatever the first Chinese you get from eggs? I mean, they're very different. they're pretty different. Okay. Actually, I have an ad break that just started running, so I'm actually gonna take this. I'm gonna go to the washroom quick and then come back and we will do something. Perhaps hatch Indeedee eggs. We'll see. I haven't thought that far ahead. I'm gonna use the washroom and then I'll see y'all in a few. Hello, hello. Either Needy can work in a Delphix variation. I mean, that's true. Either can, but I feel like for my team specifically, it's gotta be female. I mean, I could make another version of the team and see how it works, but I really like female NDD right now. Jake, yeah. How many did I make? Oh yeah, see, I caught all these NDDs trying to get a 0 attack one. And I finally got one. Have you ever visited because I'm going to MCR? No! I'm supposed to! But I keep putting it off because A, I'm scared, but also it's expensive. Yeah, I had it scheduled actually at like the beginning of this year, and then I canceled it. Canada Dental Plan? Do I qualify for that? Gargoyle, it's great to see the all catch up. Have a lovely day. You have a lovely day as well. Thanks for being here. If you don't have insurance, I do have insurance from my work. It just like only like covers up to a certain amount, which is not the whole amount type thing. So it's kind of like, yeah, I have work coverage. It just doesn't cover the whole thing, and it covers a lot of the extractions, but not all of it. And insurance does not cover what's it called, anesthesia. It would only cover like local anesthesia, and oh my god, if I get my wisdom teeth out, I want general anesthesia. I do not want to hear that happening, but that part's expensive, and my insurance does not cover general anesthetic, which is devastating. Am I not hurting me on and off and keeps getting inflamed? Only, okay, I guess I could like technically just get one out because only one of mine is a problem, but that feels wrong, and I feel like if I'm gonna get them, I should just get them all. But it's this bottom one, my bottom right, or bottom left if you're looking at me, is like sideways, and then sometimes it gets inflamed and hurts a lot and is bad. So I should really get it out. The other ones are like not problematic, but don't know. Check for eligibility after stream. I apply the guidance in general. Wait, let me write this down. I'll forget. I'll look into it, but I'm not sure. I don't know if you can if you already have private coverage. Since apparently it can cover general anesthetic. I'll look into it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Some are picky the most private plans while authorizing things. Interesting. Because yeah, I'm supposed to get my wisdom teeth out. I was supposed to actually, I was first told I was supposed to get them out like probably like 5 years ago. And I have not. One person at DD, I'm gonna do it with my parents on vacation because I'm scared. I'll say something very dumb. I'm sure you'll be okay. Oh yeah, I also have these fennekin eggs. I should actually hatch these leftover fennekin eggs too. Just so that I don't have eggs sitting in boxes. But yeah, honestly, I'd be afraid of that too. Like, what would I say? I've never been under anesthetic before, and actually, it scares me as well. Like, the idea of going under anesthetic scares me. I'm not even like the waking up and saying dumb stuff, just like in general. I'm like, have this anxiety. Wait, I feel like I've talked about, I'm having deja vu. I feel like I've talked about this on stream before, but I have like a high tolerance to local anesthetic, like numbing stuff. So that I have this fear that I would go under general anesthetic and then like wake up or like partially wake up midway through the surgery and start like experiencing things. And I'm terrified of that. Your boxes are insane, girl. I know. I'm scared of that. No, that's literally like my biggest fear of any kind of surgery. General anesthetic. Wait, so you mean local anesthetic? General anesthetic is asleep. Local anesthetic is where they just numb it and you're still awake. And that scares me too. Like, you heard it all happening? I went fully under when I was like 17, I think. Don't think I did anything particularly funny or loopy, but I felt sick for a day after. I did once see a tooth that broke and fell out. It was weird. I could talk? That's so strange. Was it fine? The gene that gives red hair makes anesthetic less effective? I know. I know, because I like, even like when I go to the dentist, anytime I've had to go get cavities filled, they numb you for that, right? And like, I always have to be like, more. I can still feel that. I need more. And then like, sometimes they know that already and they're like, yeah, you're gonna need more. But then other times, like, I don't know, last time I went to the dentist to get a cavity filled, it was maybe like a year ago, and it was a bad experience, to be honest, because the dentist like didn't believe me. I was like, I can still feel it. I can still feel the pain. And so, okay, we'll get more. And then I was like, I can still, like, I'm sorry, I know this is annoying, but like, I can still feel it. And the dentist was so sassy. He's like, are you sure? Are you sure you feel the pain? Do you know there's a difference between like pain and pressure feeling, right? It's like, yes, yeah, I know, and I know that I'm experiencing pain. Thank you. So yeah, I always feel like annoying because I have to be like, no, I need more anesthetic. It's like, and then they're weird about it. I know my own body, literally. Like, I guess they have to be conscious that like people aren't just like asking for more drugs than they need or something, but it's like, sorry, I'm not just like looking for more teeth numbing drugs. I just don't want to be in pain, thanks. Literally yeah, wait, actually that's true. I didn't even like really think about it that way, but that's true. The craziest fact I learned all year. Wait, you didn't know that? Yeah. Having red hair, the gene that causes red hair is also causes a higher tolerance to anesthetics and pain, allegedly, but I don't know if that's true. As for more anesthesia without psychotic effects is so, yeah, psychotic effect, like, I don't just, like, doesn't do anything positive or fun. I just don't want to be in pain. Anesthetic anesthesia can be dangerous. I mean, yeah, of course. They have to be cautious, it's their job, but like, also as medical professionals, they should know and be aware. I have the same issue that it's dangerous, even too much so they could bite my tongue off or something. I mean, yeah, but like, if they haven't given me enough that I'm even numb yet, I'm not gonna bite my tongue off. Or like, you also, like, if I can still feel you touching my tooth and like, it's painful, I'm probably not numb enough to bite my tongue off. Matt, hello! I am alive. I have not claimed Chen Pao yet. I should do that. But yeah, like, I have a friend who recently graduated dental hygiene school, and she said that they learn about that, like, specifically about the red hair causes a higher tolerance, because it's something that, health professionals and people who are administering anesthetics should know and be aware of, because it does affect their job and their, clients. You can't rename the Shiny Ruins? No! Wait, that's sad. Shiny Chen Pao was going to be... was Actually, I was afraid of renaming it because I thought even if you could name it, you could only name it once. But I keep thinking of Shiny Chen Pao as Choco Cat. That's what he is in my head. Devastating. Watching the arena from home with the screen, the stage thing was insane. The screen stage thing seemed really cool. I actually I was kind of low, so I could only kind of see the screen stage. I got to have a better idea of what was going on with it when I saw pictures later. It's so cool. The way they did like terrain effects during VGC. That's so neat. And I didn't even realize until later. My French Chen Pao is my VGC one, and my English is for shiny hunting, and I'm currently trying to make false swipe. How do you learn? Oh wait, do you need to TM it? Two, because one in Violet, one in Scarlet. Oh yeah. Yeah, with multiple games can do that. Pokemon, the only sport where you want to be. Oh my gosh. My throat. Something in it. I've been so stuffy the last couple of days. I don't think I'm actually sick though. I think it's just from being like dehydrated and air conditioning and not sleeping enough. I swear I'm not actually sick. God, I hope. Happy I've good seats for Miss T. Wait, when's your show? October 15th. Exciting. California do make people dehydrated. Yeah. Also, like, yeah, it was just like Sunday, I feel like was the most. I was like yelling in the arena and had way too much caffeine and not enough sleep and not enough water. And then the next day, I went to Disney and it was like the hottest day of the week outside. I've always had a high pain tolerance doing stuff like oral surgery, even the numbing agents applied. I'm still waiting to chair. Oh, like, no, you can't, it's not even that you feel it, it's just like the stress of it. I had a fever for one day from same reasons and used the day to watch Overcompensating. What's that? I saw you posted about it, but I don't know what it is. Did the venue have food? The arena only had like basic arena food. They had like, like hot dogs and pizza and chips. So, yeah. During the day at the arena, I ate 2 hot dogs in the 11 hours of the arena and a bag of chips. Funny gay show produced by Benny Drama and Charlie XCX. I didn't know Charlie XCX produced a TV show. Wait, cool. Probably also not good for one's hydration. True. At the venue for a while. We were there for 11 hours. Do you go to any nice restaurants? What do we go to? My brain is blanking. Friday night we went to some burger place in downtown Disney. Saturday didn't really go out. Sunday we went to PF Chang's after Championship Sunday. We went to PF Chang's for dinner. On Monday in Disneyland, I went to a nice restaurant. I went to Blue Bayou in Disneyland, which is the restaurant that's inside of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, which is really cool. Do you have In-N-Out Burger? No. I've had In-N-Out before though. Like, I think In-N-Out is like, it's good. It's fine, but it's also like just a burger. I'm not like, I don't know. It's just a burger. I heard that hotels near SF are already upping the prices for Worlds. Seriously? But yeah, I did not have In-N-Out this time. I think that you can just, here's the thing. I mean, I think In-N-Out is good. As far as a fast food burger goes, I do think it's good. But I also feel like a big part of In-N-Out is like this their sauce, right? That's what a lot of people love. And I don't like most burger sauces or like anything that has like mayo in it. I can't eat it. So that I have to get the burger dry or with just ketchup. But yeah. Airbnb and SF is chill. Yeah, I haven't looked. No Chick-fil-A sauce? No. I've never had, actually no, I have had Chick-fil-A, but no Chick-fil-A sauce. If I'm not feeling that, I get a couple of the Flying Dutchman. What's that? You know the meme? I don't know the meme. Sorry, was that a reference? Sorry, I don't know anything. The best thing, I'm not sure the menu. I've heard that. But that's another thing people love is like the animal style fries, right? And I wouldn't eat that either. I hate being a picky eater. Like, I hate mayonnaise. Like, I literally can't eat stuff that is on. And I literally dislike that about myself so much because it's like such a small thing, but it's in everything. Or like on so many things. So I feel so annoying for it. Sorry guys, I'm trying to add a Indeedee to my stream. I can only eat comfort foods. I'm not actually like a picky eater. Generally, like, I'm just picky about specific things. Wait, I want the, why isn't this Indeedee the same like as the Fennekin? Actually wait, it's because they're definitely different gen art styles. It's a Gen 8 spray for Indeedee? Yeah, it's a spray from a different gen. Might not be sure to try and get me eat more veggies. Veggies are good. See, I'm not picky about vegetables at all. I generally like all vegetables and stuff. I'm just picky about certain things. I hate mayonnaise. I hate olives. IndieDef doesn't need 0 speed. No, I don't want 0 speed. I just want, I'm going for 0 attack. Which is like not the most important thing of all time. But like my current IndieDef that I've been using has been like max speed. Or like, not max speed, but like 31 IV. Hello? Hello, needy kitty. Wah! 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 Oh. Charcoal! 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 Careful! Careful! Your claw is stuck on the blanket! Charcoal! Oh my goodness, baby. Oh my gosh. Scared me! Sorry, I tried to put Charcoal back in the chair, and then his claw got like stuck in the loop of the blanket, and he was trying to run away, but his claw arm was stuck in the blanket. He scared me. Any hydrated gamers in here? Yeah. He's gargoyling while reflecting. I'm not exactly a picky eater, but having gastric bypass surgery made me into a bit of a picky eater, so I am at a certain extent of the law. Charcoal oro farming. Okay, yeah, I don't know how we're gonna count this because it's like 2 different Indeedee forms, so it's kind of awkward. Which I feel like makes my odds like worse, kind of. Matt, take care of your heart, please. When I'm bored, so I have to make some random team I probably won't play seriously. Co-star moment. Excadrill T-Tar is one of my most frustrating matchups in Reg H, actually. Oh, but I usually see Sash Excadrill. Oh, you're Sash and Flamigo. The only thing that stresses me out about this team is thinking about ending up with your Flamigo on Focus Sash dying to your own sand. Only because T-Tar keeps killing my Sash Smeargle, not Smeargle, Sneasler with sand. So it's on my mind. Why am I running on this Team Star base? It's kind of boring. Guys, Reg H starts for real so soon. I believe that my first tournament I'll be playing in Reg H is going to be September 6th. You know the 2 Assault Vest? Wait, I didn't even realize that. Wait, were Tarilla both Assault Vest? I feel like I saw those exclusively of each other and didn't even put together. Oops, sorry. I looked at that pretty quick. Flamigo with Clear Amulet and Roost. Would you add bulk to Flamigo then? Yeah, I guess T-Tar and Rillaboom do both want the vest. I'm not sure what else you would do. Who needs bulk? Any Kong, welcome on in, hello. Miracle Seed Rilla with Protect. Don't see it as often, but you could. I feel like, was it Reg H that people were testing Choice Band Rillaboom? I feel like Choice Band Rillaboom had a moment. Maybe not for very long, but I feel like I remember seeing it around. It's more offense though, because you don't get to run Fake Out, which is like what Rillaboom loves to do. So that's a little strange. Banish by home meta? What does that mean? Oh, like when Pokemon Home first got added. Yes, I'm run banned Rillaboom. I thought I'm doing some locals this reg, but I'm more interested in what they're planning to do for next reg since it's what Toronto is. Yeah, I have I don't think that I will be doing Toronto this year. Unfortunately, I mean, as much as I would love to go to every single event, I don't think that Toronto is one I can swing. But the fact that it's like the first regional of a new regulation also stresses me out. I forgot all the letters for the old ones. They mashed together in my brain. Fair enough. I don't like this spot for running around. I'm gonna try, but I don't know what the format's gonna be. Yeah. I don't know if we'll get that privilege or not. Hopefully. I'm always reminded to build a VGC team for a friend of mine I keep forgetting about, with work and life plus everything. Yeah, it can be hard. It can be hard to find time to team build when life and work and stuff are in the way. Thoughts on the announcement for champions? I think, okay, my thoughts on the closing ceremonies in general were like, this is cool and hype and exciting, but I'm also like not really surprised by any of it. But I'm happy to have like kind of confirmation. So I did think that Champions was gonna become the official game at some point. I'm just curious now, like when, because they've already said it's dropping in 2026. So my theory, my personal prediction is that the game is going to drop in January or February, and that the first format of the year that starts in January is still going to be on Scarlet Violet. The game's going to drop January, February, and then the second format of the new year is when we will start playing on Champions. That's my guess. What are y'all's thoughts? This we got VGC news, unlike last Worlds, true. Also, I kind of was hoping they would unveil a new Mega at Worlds, which I guess they did like the week after with Victory Bell now, but they just showed Mega Dragonite in every single game. Also, what I thought was interesting was that Mega Dragonite is coming out in the Mega TCG set. That's coming out like in September. And ZA doesn't come out until October. So Mega Dragonite is going to be playable in the trading card game before it has ever existed in a video game. And I was wondering, has that ever happened before where a Pokemon existed in a cards before a video game? Tuning between Champions will be the official platform and Champions is going to be VGC Pocket. Yeah, I had some friends who are on the thinking it's VGC Pocket train. I also think that even though it's a mobile game, I think that to play at a regional, you will still need to play on Switch. I think that's likely. Models of other megas have been leaked online, so be careful on Twitter. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid spoilers, so hopefully I can avoid. Thanks for the warning, though. When did Ash Greninja get distributed in Sun Moon? I'm the wrong person to ask. I know what the leagues are, but the rest of the team I don't know. It was a little while ago. Do you like my Reg H team? Choice Scarf Fox, that's cool. And Dazzling Gleam. Ooh, Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam, but on Delphox? That feels like you were thinking about me. I do like it. It's more Trick Roomy. It's more Trick Roomy than mine. But I think it's cool. You have Earthquake, but you don't have anyone you can click Earthquake next to. Is that normal for Luna teams, though? Stresses me out a small amount, but otherwise, I think it's cool. I think it's good. It's very Trick Roomy. The Ash Greninja EX box released April 13th. The demo for Sun Moon came out October 16th. Okay. Ash Greninja was playable in TCG before the video games. Good to know. Thank you for answering my question. So it's an endgame situation? Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I really like the Indeedee Delphox, Torkoal Luna, Lilligant, but I'm not sure about Mousehold. Only because of my own, like, every time I run a team that has like two mostly supportive Pokemon, I always end up getting in awkward positions with it where like I have the two support Pokemon out and not enough pressure. And I fear that in Indeedee Mousehold, but maybe you don't have them both out very often. I wonder if like a more offensive mon that also had Taunt could work. Well, maybe you do want them both though if Indeedee's your only Trick Room setter. I wish Ogerpon was legal. If I needed to follow me set up Trick Room, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. What if it was like a Magmar or Electabuzz though with Vital Spirit to also be an Amoonguss counter with Follow Me and Taunt, or even Electabuzz with like Follow Me, Taunt, and Electro Web in case you wanted to do like Electro Webs and Delphox and be faster. Well, you already have Scarf, so you don't really need that. But so 3 fire types. Yeah. Don't worry about support Pokemon that'll do damage. I mean, they do some damage. Like, you've got Super Fang, you've got Dazzling. But just for me and my last Reg H team, like, I had Murkrow and Indeedee, and they both had unattack, but they just weren't offensive enough so that if I ever ended up in a position where they were both on the board, I just felt like I wasn't doing anything. And it did happen sometimes that I had a reason to want to have both of them there. It was just kind of awkward. Oh wait, I literally hatched all these already. And I'm just running around. What am I doing? Yeah, that was like the double support thing was something that I kind of felt was a glaring weakness in my old Reg H team. And I liked that team a lot. But so I'm still like building off of it, but I've made changes. I'm also be like Cornerstone Ogerpon. I know, literally looking at your team and like, Ogerpon would be so good there. It gets to follow me and taunt, but also has actual offensive pressure. I mean, you could make it a more offensive mousehold. You could do Technician, like Wetlands Pop Bomb instead of Friend Guard Citrus. Yeah, Ogerpon also counters a Moongus. True. Do you know Ditto Shiny Hunt starters other Pokemon later in the game? I have one already. Thank you. The H-Marker, when I hear some of the Pokemon arenas say ogre, I'm wondering where the onions are. I think a lot of people, I saw when Kitakami DLC dropped, a lot of people nicknamed their Ogerpons Fiona. People don't run wide guard a lot in Reg H, sorry, right? You nickname your Ogerpon Taylor Swift. My Ogerpon is nicknamed Inez, which is a Taylor Swift reference. You run Wide Guard and Reg H? On what? Pelly? Bastodon. You're in Bastodon. You can make an argument for Max Speed Bear and then Web's Electabuzz. Yeah. Then it's like, it's still a Trick Room team, but you're not locked into needing it to be like hard Trick Room. Like, you don't need Trick Room up to win. I also wish that Delphox, since you have the Choice Scarf, I wish it had a pivot move. So you could lead like Indeedee Delphox, fast pivot out, set Trick Room, and then have your bear out. I feel like Choice Scarf Miraidon works so well on like Cal Ice Trick Room teams in that way. Does it get a pivot move? I don't think so. I doubt it gets U-turn. And I think that would be the most likely one. So you did many of the mod question? Okay. Bastodon Mafia? Yeah, I'm familiar with the Bastodon Mafia. But, I didn't know you played, their team. Shiny! Female! Trick Room on Delphox would be niche too if I dropped Scarf. That's true. So then you'd have like Follow Me Trick Room with Indeedee Delphox too. Yeah, I think that Choice Scarf on a Trick Room team with Mons have pivot moves is very good. I think it can still be good without, but I think that's why like the Scarf Miraidon or Scarf Urshifu works so well on a Trick Room team. But you also saw like Scarf Lando Eye. Wait, did Scarf Lando Eye get U-turn? Maybe it did. Yeah. I'm very afraid that I'm gonna get the shiny male Indeedee first. I mean, there's no locals next month. I know, I realized that. I was like, looking, because I know there's a Seattle doubleheader and there's an Island doubleheader. I was like, realized, because kind of looking at like my schedule yesterday for the next little bit, I was like, wow, if I want to play VGC, I have to go to those. Jacob, maybe, I don't, I'm not sure yet what my plan is, but I'll keep you updated. Because, yeah, I do still have a lot. Keely too anxious sometimes to give up bracelets in person. Also, I didn't even run into everybody that I wanted to. But I do think I'll do something with the remainders. Super Frank Mass is getting into Dozo. What else is your Dozo answer, actually? Taking boat to locals would be sick. It's fun. It is fun. It's like a whole thing though. Honestly, even though like Vancouver Island is in Canada, like going to Seattle is easier and cheaper than going to the island because taking the ferry is a lot. You gotta wake up early and then pay for the ferry. HHE Force does a lot. Sleep with Lilligant. It wants to tear grass. I have Delphox Torkoal. True. Almost missed the boat because I missed my alarm. I almost missed my flight to Toronto Regionals last year because I didn't set an alarm. That's... Wait, have I talked... I feel like I've probably talked about that on stream before. Keely lore drop. I last minute booked Toronto and then I almost missed Toronto because I almost didn't wake up. People pressure me. I mean, I decided to go. I was in Sacramento and I was like, I'm having the best time ever here and I think I'm gonna feel big FOMO if I don't go. Screw it. I'm just gonna do it. And I registered for Toronto Regionals like while I was in Sacramento. I hadn't booked a flight or made sure I could get the day off work, but I just I just registered. People tailwind in front of Trick Room Center, literally. Such a risk. Yeah, Toronto was a lot of fun last year, but probably no Toronto this year. Definitely less trips this season than last season for me. How expensive is it to get to Vancouver, Toronto? I don't know. I don't even remember how much my flights were last year. Actually, I used points. I had like airline points that I used last year. That was also why I justified going. But it's probably like $400 round trip, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. And then I think the accommodation, honestly, is what kills you even more than the flights, especially because the convention center is right downtown. 300 one way. Never look at one way prices. Will rank HP Pokemon Champions? No. Pokemon Champions is not going to be out until 2026, they've said, and Regulation H is starting in September. So no. Yeah, it's like a 5-hour flight. It's pretty long. Like, even though it's domestic, it's way faster to fly to Southern California than it is to fly to Toronto from Vancouver. I was priced at my cheapest option was sometimes two one-way tickets on different airlines. That's fair. No, that's valid. I just would say, like, to estimate the costs, look up a round trip, even if you're doing something like that. Don't look up the one-way cost and multiply it by 2. Always, like, look up a round trip. I was here spending a night looking at Airbnbs. Yeah, I was not in that call because I wasn't planning on going to Toronto at that time. I mean, the Airbnb that a lot of us stayed in for Toronto last year, like, because it was so many people in one, it was pretty affordable, and it was like across the street from the venue, which is sick. However, 10 people in one shower, the logistics of like everyone getting ready in time is kind of a nightmare. I don't even know how we did that. To experience to Texas is here and 2 Deltas on the way back. Texas to Georgia, then back home to California. I mean, if it's cheaper, we take it. We take those. It's so strange somehow. Times like that having a layover out of the way makes it so much cheaper when it's like more flying and fuel overall. So weird. Not Georgia? Somewhere else? I'm also like scared of booking trips with layovers now. Sometimes it's a necessity, like, because you can't, like, not everywhere flies direct everywhere. But, like, especially after my, like, flight got delayed from NAC last year, flights with layovers stress me out because I'm like, what if your first flight has something go wrong and you miss your layover and then everything's a mess? Stressful. Most people, I can kind of get lost in the bathroom. Being 9 other people waiting to get in. Yeah, we stayed in, like, I think it was 10 of us in Toronto, and the apartment had 2 bathrooms, but only 1 shower, so there was a lot of people. But it meant it was pretty affordable, and we were right across from the convention center, and that's my favorite thing. like traveling to events, I am willing to pay a small premium to be walking distance to the venue. Because I find that if you aren't, you're gonna end up spending that cost in like Ubers anyways. So I'm always willing to spend a little bit more to be right by the venue, in my opinion. It's also nice to just like wake up and be able to walk over whenever you want. Like, you don't have to worry about like everyone you're going with being ready at the same time. You can go separately if you want. It's easy to get back after. Yeah, walking distance is key. For Vancouver and Toronto, I stayed within walking distance. Worth it. Yeah, I usually have. Twice I was not at walking distance this year. I guess Sacramento, we were not walking distance. It was an Uber ride away. But the Airbnb in Sacramento was really nice. I liked it a lot. But we did have to take Ubers every morning. It was like, it definitely added up cost-wise. And then in Portland, we were not walking distance, but because Portland is driving distance from Vancouver, we had our own cars. So we didn't have to Uber. We could just drive and park on the site. And Oregon Convention Center parking was only like $10 or $15 a day, which is like, that's crazy for me, because that's a steal. The Vancouver Convention Center parking for the day is like $40. Jealous of friends in the hotel that was connected to the venue. That's cool. I was like a 10-15 minute walk down the street. You hate playing in sun, but sun is fun. As the game gets bigger, maybe we'll get more events partnering with hotels for reduced rates. I feel like for Worlds there were some, but maybe there'll be more for other events. Yeah. It was pleasant walking. Yeah, not so bad. And honestly, like where I stayed, I would stay again. It was not a fancy hotel by any means. I mean, I think you'd probably class it as a motel, but it was good. It was clean. It was close. It was affordable. Can't wait until day 2 of my first event. Me too. I would say it was usually over in Salt Lake City or LA, then to Georgia, then home. 2 layovers. Was it like significantly cheaper to do it that way? Jacob, that's exciting. I hope it went well. Yeah, that's what, on Monday, when I was looking to see if I could book a different flight home on Tuesday, that's what they looked like. It was like 30 hours of traveling to get home, which should be like a 3-hour flight. My financial was like 400 something versus the 2-way from Delta for 700. Nice. Say Best Western raffle in and suites, instead of having fancy special key cards like the Hilton, they had a laminated piece of paper with the 4 candle starters that said "Good luck, competitors" in a silly font. That's cute. Mine had nothing related to Pokemon at all. My hotel key card did not have Pokemon on it, but what it did have was 15% off at Denny's. That's what my hotel key card had on it. So, I mean, we take those, right? I'm going to Denny's on Sunday. Yeah, I did eat the Denny's while we were there. Had to, we had 15% off. Gonna be coordinating my flights for, with my coworker from Milwaukee to teach me how he finds the cheapest options. Some people are really good at that, are very experienced at like traveling and finding the best flight deals. I feel like one of the biggest things is just like to be checking frequently. If you already have a trip in mind and dates, to be like just looking back all the time to see like when a good deal comes up. I should be doing that for like the things I want to go to. Belle, hello, thank you for the hydrate. Sorry, looking at something. In the trunk. Go to Mexico next summer, I can't wait. Have fun. Where in Mexico? To meet Jarvis at Worlds? No, I saw him at one point. I was like walking beside him. Or like he like walked beside us, and I thought about saying hi, but I was shy. Even though, yeah, he's one of my favorite YouTubers, and I've met him before. I met him before. I have a picture with him from like TwitchCon 2023. I met him in like the Pokemon community room then, but I was shy. He gave you your Merker pin? That's good. I saw Alpharat, like the bigger creators like Alpharat posted on Instagram story. He's like, I'm trading Murkrows and I'm only gonna accept this Pokemon because these are the ones I want. And I was like, yo, we're allowed to do that? I was just, if someone had a Pokemon, they just gave me whatever. I don't know, I could be picky and choosy. Do you meet any other creators on my big three? Purple Cliff Party, Arthur, and Johnson were there. Who did I meet? I also saw Party Arlie, but I was shy. Like, I was eating breakfast at one point, and she was like behind me, or like that table behind me. I saw her, but I didn't say hi to her. And I saw Johnstone briefly, didn't really say anything to him, but he was walking with Nimbly, and Nimbly came up and said, hi, Keely. This was like after we left the arena, and the two of them were together, and he was like right there. So I said like hi to both of them, but we didn't really talk because we both like, we all had to leave. But it's like saw him briefly. But yeah, I don't really talk to a lot of big creators, I feel. I feel like I mostly talk to VGC players. Yeah, I mostly just hung out with VGC players. VGC mutuals I've got to meet Alpharad. I've never met him, even though, yeah, we were both at Worlds. He was at a regional last year I was at. I've never met him, but he is, oomph on Instagram. Follow each other on Instagram, but I've never talked to him. Nimbly is sweet, that's bestie, she is! I feel like, yeah, I followed her for a long time. And I thought I was surprised when she came up and she was like, hi, Keely, it's good to see you, it's good to meet you. I was like, yeah, it's so nice to meet her too. I wish we could have talked for longer. His name's Hasty? Oh yeah. That makes sense. I think a lot of the Pokemon girlies were hanging out with them on like the Friday or something. Hello? Hello, Charcoal, what are you doing? Okay. I feel like I didn't talk to a lot of people I didn't already know, though. I get very overwhelmed when I'm at Pokemon events, though. Hello! Light Enigma 132! Welcome on in, Raiders! How's it going? How are you? How was your stream? Matt, thank you so much for the shout-out. Raiders, welcome on in. My name is Keely, or Electric Keely. It's so nice to have y'all here. This is my first stream back in over a week because I was just at the Pokemon World Championships. But we're back. We're doing some chill shiny hunting. I hope you're doing so well. I hope like there's an ad break going on right now, and I'm afraid that Raiders might have gotten stuck behind ads. Bad timing on my part. I'm basically at odds. You're right. Yeah, we're basically at odds. Pretty much. So true. Doing this for a gender-specific hunt seems bad. Because I feel like this basically makes odds 1024. In mod view, I need to remember to do that more. I think, wait. Without being mod, can you also just turn on mod symbols without being fully in mod view? Enigma, hello, welcome on in. I hope you had a good stream. Thank you so much for sharing your community with me. I'm friendly with Jenny Nicholson's sister for a few years. We ended up hanging out with them, and it was funny. When you hang out with Johnson, you stop to graciously meet really cool people a lot. When you hang out with Jenny, you really stop to meet cool people a lot. I saw you hanging out with them. I thought that was so cool. Yeah, I bet. Like, I am, compared to them, like, very small creator. And the fact that people stop me ever, like, to be like, hi, I watch your streams or something is, like, so surreal to me. But I can't imagine, like, how much happens to them. I was reading unban requests. Oh, you can ignore my unban requests. I honestly, I kind of like to just leave them there. In case I have a change of heart. I don't deny them usually if I just leave them. But I was saying, I think you might be able to turn on mod symbols without being in mod view as well. For like the timeout, ban, delete buttons. I did have a handful of people recognize me though at Worlds, which is like very, it's always surreal when it happens, when people like know who I am, or they watch my content at all. I sat down to play round 1 of the Reg H tour on Friday, and not my opponent, but the guy beside me, he looks at me, he's like, do you travel all these hundreds of miles to go 2-2 at the Reg H tour? And I was like, wait, what? He's like, I'll follow your Twitter. I thought that was funny. It was a me reference, and I thought it was funny. To click the name or have the command. Oh, I thought you could just like do it so that every message has like the 3 buttons beside it, but maybe you can only do it as a streamer. A deep ref for the real keywords. A traveler across the ocean goes 0 logo. Yeah, that tweet honestly like was still probably like one of the tweets that popped off the most. Like I gained the most followers from as an individual tweet. What trip? I just got back from traveling to Anaheim, California for the Pokemon World Championships, which was a lot of fun. It's a lot of weirdos in Pokemon, but it seemed like anyone I hung out with, met personally at Worlds, was cool and nice and funny. I'm glad. I'm really glad that your experiences were all positive. That is very good to hear. Your hometown? Oh, really? I have a TCG League challenge today. Becoming part of the problem. Raging Bull, but the Joltik one from Worlds. Good luck, good luck! Next year I got introduced to Jenny because you both made friendship bracelets. She made friendship bracelets too? You're telling me that I could have traded friendship bracelets with Jenny Nicholson? Also devastated that I didn't get to see you and give you one, by the way. But honestly, I still have a lot of bracelets because mostly I'm like shy. If I like, some people like ask, or like my close friends, I give them, but otherwise I feel like awkward being like, would you like a bracelet? So then I still have a lot of them. Yeah, photos are important. I did have fun. It always goes by so fast. By it always, I mean like every like regional and Pokemon event. They go by so fast. Uh. Do you plan on going to Worlds again next year? You traded stickers at NASC? Nice. I saw a lot of streamers also made like Pokemon card business cards, like Pokemon cards of themselves, and I think that that's really cute as well. S7 is Nimbly Town. Ooh. I just want to go to everything. I just want to have enough money to go to everything. Guys, why does traveling have to cost money? Megazord X being shown to by Chen Pao. Wait, I don't play the TCG, but I saw a tweet the other day that said I had a deck list of TCG Live and someone said Chen Pao is back. So I saved the tweet to look at later if I felt like it, because I was like, wait, Chen Pao is back. I love Chen Pao. That was the deck that I played when I briefly played. Like, travel as much as you do, I say you're good. I mean, I traveled a lot like this season, but then also I can't travel as much this season as I did last, because some things have changed. My disposal, well, yeah, don't want to get into it, but life's expensive. I have one of those custom trader cards, but it's like Murkrow pecking a cartoon me's eyes out and Drifloon tearing my hair out. Scary. But yeah, I also try, like when I travel for Pokemon, try to travel as cheap as I can. In terms of like, most of the regionals, staying in like Airbnbs or hotels with a whole bunch of people and stuff. Not like a hotel alone saves a lot of money. I'm going to my new place, not elastic. I don't mean maybe life's expensive. Yeah. I mean, I live alone in Vancouver, so sort of have to budget accordingly. It's not cheap. Pau Terapagos. Chen Pao viable? If Chen Pao's viable, I'll play the TCG. Travel really when I do I splurge? That's fair. PTO is bigger problem than money. I mean, that one too. Like, I only have 10 days of PTO in a year. So, if I take more than that off, it's unpaid days as well. You also get PTO. Well, yes, because I work like I mean, PTO is basically common for like any full-time like Monday to Friday type job, I think. Not as common for like retail, restaurant, like shift work type jobs. It's just the nature of it. I'm so old, I need a day to recover. Okay, you know what? I want to say something on that. I feel that way. Every time I travel, I'm like, oh my God, I need a day. Like, I need a vacation from my vacation. I get home and like work the next day is like awful. Like, I'm exhausted. I'm not productive. I need a day. So for Worlds, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a day. I'm going to get home on Tuesday and I'm also going to book the Wednesday off work to have like a day to relax and reset before I go back. Like, thought this through. And then my flight got canceled. So instead of getting home on Tuesday and resting on Wednesday, I spent all of both Tuesday and Wednesday driving home. But it ended up kind of being convenient that I had like the extra day, so I didn't have to call work and be like, hi. I mean, if I did, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, they would get it. But I didn't have to be like, hey, sorry, can't come in. Air Canada, yup. Like, yeah, I already had the day off, so that was convenient. I didn't have like any meetings or anything to reschedule. But then I did not get my rest day after because I got home at like 9 p.m. on Wednesday. Have the bosses hurry up and lose Air Canada? I mean, I think that they did come to an agreement and the strike actually ended Tuesday. My flight had already been canceled, but it could have been much worse too. Wait, so like on the rental car thing, it was like at Disneyland trying to figure out way home, whatever, looking up all these different rental car companies, and was like looked up like company one, can I rent a car from Anaheim to Vancouver? And I was assuming that you could rent a car from Anaheim to Vancouver because we have all the same rental car companies in Canada and the United States. I figured you probably could take them across the border, no problem. First company wouldn't let me book it. Second company wouldn't let me book it. Third company let me book a car. Pick up Tuesday in Anaheim, drop off Wednesday Vancouver. Great, sorted. Car is booked. Gonna enjoy the rest of my day. Then Tuesday morning, go to the car rental office as soon as they open, 7:30 a.m. Pulls up the booking and says, you're dropping off at Vancouver? Where's that? We say, Vancouver, Canada. And the rental car guy says, oh, no, we don't do that. We don't do international rentals anymore because our cars kept going missing. So it was like, oh, like small panic, and was just like, okay, can we take it to Bellingham, which is like the closest city to the Canadian border? So ended up booking it for that. I was like, okay, I'll get as close as possible and figure it out from there. And then after got the keys, got set up, the rental car guy, he came out and he said, you know, you are really lucky that you came in when you did, because my boss just called me and said that as of right now, I'm no longer allowed to honor reservations that were made in the last 24 hours for one-way trips. Because so many people were getting their flights canceled and trying to drive cars back to Canada, that like the Anaheim rental car company was going to be out of cars. So they were stopping even allowing one-way rentals out of the city. and I got like the last one that was allowed. So if I had not showed up right when they opened, he could have said, no, sorry, no one ways, find another way. And then I would have been really screwed because I had even looked like there were no Amtrak tickets available to head north. Flights were all stupid expensive. I mean, I guess it would have been like going back and trying a different rental car company again. Or a Greyhound. Maybe it would have been a bus. But yeah. Good thing I had the foresight to like go first thing in the morning. Cause if not, might have not gotten home. Might have not gotten a car. Also, wait, Matt, I think so. Cause you are mod. Had to walk? Having to walk is crazy. I mean, the flying taxi like in Pokemon, you're so right. Yeah, it was an adventure for sure. I didn't expect to be driving up through all of California and take a ship up the West Coast. Yeah, I should have looked at boats. You're so right. Welcome to the US again, forever. You got a refund? Yeah, so the cancel flight was refunded, but like the flight cost was not very much compared to like the other like travel, because had to buy like the rental car and a night in a hotel halfway along the way and stuff. So Air Canada did publish a thing saying that for people who specifically had their flight, like their travel interrupted coming back to Canada from another country, they should reimburse stuff. So submitted like the car and the hotel receipts and stuff to hopefully get reimbursed from Air Canada, because it is their fault. But we'll see. Fingers crossed that it gets reimbursed. Because it definitely was like, yeah, more money than was anticipating spending. But it still ended up, it was a lot less to drive and get gas for the car and get a hotel than flying another airline would have been. But it was still a lot more than the original flights. Drive or someone else? There was two of us, so we took turns. Which is good. I don't think I could have done that by myself. I don't drive very much. I don't own a car. I have not had a car in like 9 months or something, so like I have barely driven in the last like 8 or 9 months. The most I ever drive is like sometimes I'll take an Evo, which is just like short-term rental cars in the city for like a 10-minute drive somewhere, 10-15 minutes. That's the most driving I've done at once in the last 8 months. The last time I drove on a highway was last October when I rented a car to drive from Louisville to Nashville. And I did that by myself, but that was like 3 hours on the highway. Yeah, that's the last time I drove on a highway. And then I've barely driven in 9 months, so I was like, yeah, sure, I will drive on the I-5. But it wasn't so bad. I mean, the highway's like so straight and open. Am I car free? I do not have a car, but it's not really by choice. It's mostly just a money thing. It's like cars are expensive and I don't necessarily need one right now. Like public transit where I live is functional. But yeah, I would say I'm not really car free by choice. It's just how it is right now. Not permanent. I'll get a car eventually. It's just, there's a lot of stuff. Like, I'm sufficient without a car. I can take transit to work and stuff. But there are some things that it's frustrating for, like not having a car is frustrating for, like groceries. I can only either get groceries in like small quantities or get groceries delivered. Or actually the worst thing not having a car for is having cats. Because I have to take, if I have to take the cat to the vet, I have to take an Uber, and I don't like that. But on my day-to-day, it's fine. Can you take the bus or train? Yeah, there's good public transit. Are these min speed and min attack or just min speed? They're just min attack. So it's like not super necessary. It's just for funds. How the car sharing programs are here? Here, there's car share. There's a couple different car share companies in this area. There's like one called Moto. There's one called Evo. Probably more. I have a car, but I was thinking about getting a bus pass because sometimes parking's more expensive. Yeah, I mean, if you're only taking the bus sometimes though, you probably don't need to have a bus pass and just like pay by use as well. I'd like to be able to pay for my car out of pocket, but I have to get it fixed for something and the shop isn't sending me the quote. That's annoying. Oh yeah, but Davey said used cars are the way. Definitely true. Just make a car share company with a normal name instead of being called like Blevin or Emo. They used the car share company. They don't have it here. They probably have it in some places. They had it in Calgary, where I used to live. There's a car share company that was called Car2Go, and almost all of their cars were smart cars. But Evo is called Evo because all their cars are hybrids, so it's kind of EV. I don't know. Playlist. I don't have a command for my playlist, but I can share my playlist, but this song is not my playlist. This song is a song request. In Winnipeg, we had the Peg City Car Co-op. That sounds fake. I'm sorry. Uber scared me because I don't know who I'm getting a car with. That's true. Want to check sing a song, but Matt confirmed it? Oh. I hate Ubers because it's a company that runs an app and the app makes all the money and the driver makes nothing. Hate that. Tip your Uber drivers. Do you prefer to take taxis? More music? I kind of figured it was based on Cherry's request. Had horse in brackets. Is there tipping in Canada? Yes. Canada has tipping culture like the United States. Taxis or walking? I'm also pro walking if it's walking distance. I don't like to take a Uber generally if I could just walk. Go this way. Walking plus public transit. Public transit, true, but when traveling, it's not always easy because a lot of American cities do not have good public transit infrastructure. Like here, yeah, public transit forever, for sure. But when I'm traveling in the States, that's not always an option depending on where. I remember when I was like, when I was trying to get home from NAIC last year, I was stranded in Fort Worth, Texas area. And they put me up in a hotel, and so I had like a whole day in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. I had to check out of the hotel and not be at the airport for like 8 hours. I was like, okay, maybe let's like go to the mall or something. So I looked up transit directions to try to go to a mall, and it was like the transit directions in Apple Maps said take a lift to this train station, take the train, and then take another lift to the mall. That was their transit directions. Like, Texas, what are you doing? I'm sorry. What are you doing? I'm all for tipping service workers, servers, bartenders, hairstylists, nail techs, tattoo artists, but a lot of it's out of control. No, I would agree with that. Not tipping McDonald's worker. Yeah, I don't generally tip fast food unless it's delivery, because that tips for the delivery driver. But if it's like the service worker put in effort, like I would tip at a coffee shop if I get like a latte or like a drink that actually is effort to make, I feel like, but not like, yeah, like not most fast food. I don't tip if we're standing up. Yeah, it's for the person's time, for the experience. I used to work, when I was in high school, I worked at a Boston Pizza, and I took like take-out delivery orders. And like most people did not tip on takeout orders, which was the norm. But whatever people did, it was nice. I was like, wow, free money basically. But I definitely, as the person taking takeout orders, never expected a tip. It definitely wasn't like a requirement. Whereas like if you were sitting down, like doing the sit down service, I feel like a tip is expected or like part of it. Especially at restaurants, because servers and bartenders also have to, at most places, tip out. So like something like 2% of their food sales that they make in a night gets tipped out, which means is money that's pooled and then split among like the kitchen staff and support staff sometimes. So then if you don't tip a server, they're actually kind of losing money on the table, because they still have to tip out on the table even if it wasn't, even if they didn't get a tip. I don't like tipping for things like fast food, but I used to work at a gelato shop and made quite a bit from tips. I tip like $1 if I have it on, maybe for a coffee or something. Yeah. Working Canada today and pulling $100 back in 2019 from tips from a 5-6 hour evening shift with like a lot at the time. Nice. Not tipping $5 for a $6 coffee. Oh, I don't think anyone would expect that. I feel like if it's like a $6 coffee, yeah, you would tip like $1 or like 15 to 20%, not $5 on a $6 coffee. Ah! Chat, I'm dying. Yuri, thank you for lurking. Okay, we have a few more eggs. I need to BRB though. I need to use the washroom and I need to blow my nose. So I'm gonna take a quick BRB and then we'll come back and we'll hatch some more of these eggs. And then I actually have to go pretty soon. Today's gonna be a short stream. Like I said, I'm so busy. I have to do some work this afternoon. I have to go to a meeting at 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna have to, with like 20, gonna use the washroom, then we have probably like 25 more minutes. But I have to blow my nose. So I'm gonna BRB. See y'all in a few. Hello. I'm back. Shiny female indeedy, where are you? Guys, rank J, sorry, starts on ladder so soon. Isn't he supposed to be a sheep or a lamb or a goat? I feel like it's like a goat. Because like bipedal goat, like it makes me think of like a satyr type thing. That's my opinion. I feel like it's like a goat sheep type. There's supposed to be a person. I think she's like a goat person hybrid. That's my opinion. But I said that before, and then I feel like people have like strong opinions on what NDD is. But yeah, it gives me satyr. Very anthropomorphic, yeah. That a lot of Pokemon are, yeah, but like some Pokemon are, but they're still like very obvious what they are. Like Meowscarada might be bipedal and like human-like, but it's still like very obviously a cat. Like Incineroar too, like yeah, it's human-like, but it's still like very obviously a cat that's just like posed like a human. Same with like Lopunny, like human shaped, but still very obviously a bunny. Senecas haunt me in my nightmares. Meowscarada, my beloved. Bubblebees is based on something called a Lares from Roman mythology. Wait, what is that? And is it basically the same as a satyr from Greek mythology? I don't know anything about Roman mythology. Because I feel like most Pokemon are anthropomorphic unless it's an inanimate object. Yeah, at least, I wouldn't say most, but a lot. Especially like starter Pokemon and stuff. There's our household deities, spirits. Interesting. Cause like, yeah, I feel like almost all the starter Pokemon are anthropomorphic. But then you look at things like the cat starter Pokemon were evolving from Sprigatito to Meowscarada, Litten to Incineroar, like cute little kitty to like humanoid. However, the cat Pokemon that are not starters were like Skitty to Delcatty. Those aren't humans, those are cats. Shinx to Luxray, those aren't humans, those are cats. Litleo to Pyroar, they don't look humanoid, they just look like cats. Inspired by like maids. Actually, yeah, that's true too. Often carried pictures of satyrs in their gear, so there is a connection. Okay. Yeah, Perugly, that's not anthropomorphic at all. It's just a cat. Jasper looks so cozy napping inside my suitcase right now. He's been there all stream. Liepard is kind of anthropomorphic. It's still four-legged. DDF is a maid and DDM is a butler. Next time, I'm coming too. Yeah, I don't think you'd like that very much. I don't think he wants to come. He just wants me to not go. But I think he was fine. At least the cats have each other and someone coming to visit them twice a day when I'm away, so they're not so alone. Humanity is precious. I love her. Indeed, this designer also designed Gumi, Gudra, Audino, Galvantula, Aromatis, and Fletchling. Lots of cute little guys. This Pokemon are literally just people. Gardevoir. Yeah. Machoke, Machamp are very humanoid. Even though, I mean, Machamp's got extra arms, but like, it's still like a person. Sock, Throat, Hitmonlee. A lot of fighting types. Hitmonchan. I mean, like, what else is it if not a person? Metacham, yeah. Gonna go shower and get ready. Have some fun with the stream. Sounds good. Have fun at your wait, challenge cup, whatever it is. Have fun at your TCG event later. 50 indeedies. Challenge. Good luck. Do I think Indeedee is a small Pokemon? She looks tiny. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like an Indeedee would be like 4 feet tall. Like, I feel like she's not tiny, but like shorter than an average person, but not like super tiny. You feel like she'll like come up to your hip, really? Maybe she'd be little. But I feel like when they're humanoid, it makes me think that would be at least almost as tall as a person. Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee are based off Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee. And then there's Hitmontop. My goat. Hitmontop is cute. 2'11". Oh my gosh. Indeedee's under 3 feet tall. She is little. Literally 3 apples tall. But yeah, specifically starter Pokemon almost all get humanoid, I feel like. Except for like Rillaboom. Indeed, you'd be one of your farmer Pokemon if she's real. I feel like that's your vibe. For sure. Now there's one. Are we playing Alestrals? Good question. Oh my gosh. I was playing it a bunch and then like, but I feel like I haven't really played it. I was playing a bunch in like June. I was super invested. And now like official Clash is out, right? It's not even in beta anymore. I downloaded it, but I haven't played it online yet. And I haven't touched my cards in a while either. But so true. You'd be a good partner to Indeedee. You wouldn't treat her like made you be equals. That's true. Your Indeedee would have water spell. Oh, open beta. Yeah. Sorry. That's what I meant. All I meant was that it's out for anyone to download now. Sing it to me. My lips are so dry. I'm traveling. Have I done Ting Lu raids? No! Oh wait, are Ting Lu raids up? I think we'll do Ting Lu raids on stream either on Sunday or Tuesday then, this week. Depending on how I feel, we'll do at least one day of Ting Lu raids on stream. I'd be like Ash Ketchum as a Pikachu, it's Indeedee, and she learns moves that normal Indeedee can't. I love it. Our Ball events are pure good. For the Ting Lu. Oh yeah, I might actually have to build something for this one because I'm not sure if I got anything for a ground type raid. Unlocked, I have 2 decks already in the game, Morphrost and Water Nexus. Do this Shinx partner build. I feel like that's the obvious pick because like it's an electric cat. And I do love Shinx, but I don't know. I feel like I would have like, okay, this is just where like, I mean, I feel like Sprigatito's like my main guy, but I feel like Plusle and Minun are Keely coded. Those have been 2 of my favorites since like forever. Since like long before I even knew that I wanted to be an electrical engineer, I loved Plusle and Minun. And since they're like the battery Pokemon, I feel like I would have a Plusle and Minun. Overpun Teal is good for Ting Lu? Okay. I will keep that in mind. But Not if I have to change its stats. Or like moves, maybe. He's maybe a Cleffa. Or Togekiss. Cutie fairy types. The road tripper's back in action. We are back. I am home. I am alive. Jake J. Michael, how's it going? Yeah, I don't know. If I could have, like, if 6 Pokemon that fit my personality, that fit me, I'm not sure. There's gotta be cats in there. I said you as a gym leader in the fan game concept thing. And to make that a double battle if it isn't already. I would be like Lacey with her plus the mine in. When I saw that, I was like, she's so me. Source Edge, Horn Leech, Ivy Cudgel, Focus Energy, do the trick. I thought it would be too difficult actually to change around in my Ogerpon. Why not Waterpon? True. Electric Orange Hair, Palmy, true. I love Palmy. Shiny Palmy is pink. But also Delphox is one of my top guys now. Maybe I'm just like super rig H-pilled right now, but I'm just so obsessed with Delphox. That was like my favorite Pokemon of the weekend. Plus Lominen, Delphox, Meowscarada. But I just like so many Pokemon. Like Chen Pao is one of my favorites. Dragonite is one of my favorites. I love all the cats, but I don't just love cats. Someone will be fighting champions, so Scratch and Tackle. Me playing Pokemon X and still having like Scratch and like Gym Badge 6 or something. Give later Shine Chen Pao and call it a day. I read that before you said Chen Pao. You can't have Chen Pao as legendary. That's true. You're right. Okay, if I had to pick right now 6 Pokemon that I think define me or would be mine, I'm gonna go with Plusle and Minun, Meowscarada, Delphox, Dragonite, and what was the other one? I don't know. Jane was like, "What's your top 10?" and I was scared. It's hard. Picking favorites is so difficult. These are my last 5 eggs for today. More love for the male female mascota? I don't care. The fear of the scatterbar could be dicey. I pay 0 attention to what gender my Pokemon are unless it's something like an Indeedee where it actually has a functional difference. I do not care. Please fight the trainer. How many of you does it bother when I walk past these trainers from early game that I have never fought despite having beat the game and played it for 1,000 hours? I feel like there's a few people who've called that out in chat and been like, Keely, how have you not fought the trainers? This game made trainers optional, so I opted to not fight most of them. I only walk behind them while EV training. Don't want to mess it up. Exactly. Like, I'm not gonna fight it with my colossal. I sometimes let my little cousins fight Thonfa trainers. That's cute. And like, it could be worth it too, because like you get area rewards from fighting the trainers. It's just that like, I have money in game and like I just don't need any of like the rewards and stuff. Maybe I should fight them all. But I have not. I already got that one. It's like one of the first trainers I probably would have ever seen in the game too. Like the very beginning. Indeed, 56, female, shiny. Neither. Time Paradox, hello, how are you? Female, not shiny. So you have a team of 4 Electric Pokemon plus all minor lead. Lexio Luxray is the ace cause cat. Who would you be this third? Friskus Pachirisu, because when Roselight went here, but your call. 4 Electric Pokemon plus all minor Luxray. Okay. Okay. Trying to think. I feel like it maybe shouldn't be a... Like, I love it. There's a lot of cute Pikachu clones. Like, I love Dedenne because Electric Fairy. But if we already plus a mine, and maybe I should make something that's not a Pika clone. Yeah, shiny sandwiches don't help for eggs. Once the eggs are created, they're already decided if they're shiny or not. Maybe a Jolteon, because I also love Eevees. $60. No shinies. And no legendaries are allowed. See, I like... Yeah, I like Dedenne because the fairy type. Pomeline is cute, but... Raging Bolt. I don't care too much for Raging Bolt. Is that crazy? I'm looking at a list now of all the electric Pokemon. I don't know. I think if I'm gonna say no no legendaries and also not another Pikachu clone, probably next pick would be Jolteon. Or like, to be silly, like a Wash Rotom or something. I do all Pika clones. I feel like that's like done before. I'm sure like that's the thing that already exists. Lots of like my games though. Sil Valley Electric Disc. Cause like, I also love Toxtricity. It could be actually, maybe it's that. Maybe it's plus or minus and then Toxtricity Luxray. Yeah, that or Jolteon. But I like the Toxtricity dual type too. Rotomosh should be smart, anti-ground strats. Yeah, it's a little bit more like of a actual like slight meta call. It's kind of fun. Not like meta, but because it's a game. It's a fan game, it's not a competitive game. But makes you think a little bit. Let's see if we got any no good, no goods. Like no good speed. Out of curiosity. Not that that's what I'm going for, but it would be something worth keeping in the future. In case I did want a hard trick from DD. Oh! Oh! Female no good, no good! We're gonna hold on to that. Again, not planning on using a trick room DD for this team, but we'll hold on to it. Electric Healy shove an electric. You also can't spell electric Healy without electric. Oh, that one's male though. Is there any point in 0 speed male in DD? Is that for anything? Still worth keeping, maybe for like breeding purposes. You don't go back to work? Yeah, me either. I actually have to end stream right now because I have to do some work this afternoon. I haven't for the summer I haven't generally been working on Fridays, but I do have to do some work this afternoon. I finished my Dark Only Hardcore Nuzlocke. Time to do that. Good luck. Min speed mail and do Trick Room E4 stuff. Actually, that could be like a reg HGC tech because people usually expect mail and DD to be the fast one. Guys, there's a GC the first weekend of September. It's Reg H. And I'm supposed to go to Seattle for a quad header that weekend. What do you mean I'm gonna have to play in one weekend a cup, a challenge, a cup, a challenge, and a global challenge? Does it cost? No. Gamerland, hello, Robin, hello. The trip was good. Getting back was kind of a mess, but I got home. And yeah, I had a really good time at my first Worlds. 0 IVHP Pokemon. That's a weird choice, I will admit. Gotta figure out my Rage team. I ran back my Toronto team for the SEPGC and Prey. Honestly, I think that's valid. Like, if you had a team that you liked before, run it back and see how it goes. Should we limit this tours, but they're so early in the morning? Wait, do you mean VR tours? I feel like there's VR tours that start early in the morning. Yeah, I've never played a VR. You drove and place me chaotic? Yeah. Air Canada was on strike, so my flight got canceled, so the most affordable way to get home ended up being to rent a car and drive all the way home from California. Which was a lot, but it wasn't too terrible. I wasn't alone, it was me plus one other person, so we could trade off driving and stuff. Night Easier to 6. Yeah, I have some friends that wake up to do the 6 a.m. flights. Not me, sorry. Can I make some dinner? Sounds good. But yeah, Pokemon Worlds in general was so cool to be at. I never wake up in time for VR events. Yeah, they're so early. The weekends I could, but I'm sleep in. That's how I feel too. Like I could, but I don't want to. All right. Who's this? I don't know who this is, but they're playing VGC. Did I get my Chin Pow? No, I haven't got my Chin Pow yet, but I will. I do want to head out though. So we're gonna raid out to somebody. Thank you for being here though. I haven't streamed in over a week, which feels like a million years. So thank y'all for being here. I'm just gonna raid over to KCVGC, who is playing some VGC. My next stream should be this Sunday. I will be live this Sunday in the afternoon and this Tuesday in the evening, my usual times. That's the plan. We'll do this week probably at least one day of Ting Lu raids, and then other than that, maybe VGC, maybe more shiny hunting in deities, and maybe I will play more Pokemon X. Expect one of those 4 things on Sunday. John Late my second time. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I wish I could stay longer, and I would if I didn't have things to do. But I'll try to go live on Sunday, hopefully for longer. Amped or Loki? The yellow one. The purple yellow one. I think that's amped. All right, we're gonna right over to KCVGC. As always, if you guys want to keep up with me outside of stream, I am Electric Keely everywhere. And I stream most Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays here on twitch.tv/Electric Keely and YouTube Electric Keely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me yap on my world trip. And look at all my stuff. I love this guy. That's all. Thank you. Okay. Go send some love to Casey. I will see y'all on Sunday or whenever I see you next. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, y'all. I will catch you later. Goodbye.